My family expected me to cancel my Japan trip to babysit my sister's kids. For as long as I could remember, I'd been the one everyone counted on, the stable one, the responsible one. Meanwhile, my sister Dana bounced through jobs, boyfriends, husbands, and college majors like she was trying them on for fun. I worked 2 part-time jobs through college and still graduated on time. I paid off half my loans early. I saved every spare dollar I could for my dream trip to Japan. I'd already pushed it back twice. First time was when Dana's first marriage blew up and Mom called me crying, asking if I could come stay with her. Second time, Dad had a minor outpatient surgery and Dana said she couldn't get time off. I took care of everything. Grocery runs, medication schedules, updates to relatives. No thanks. Just silence. But this year, I was finally going. My PTO was approved, flights booked, Airbnb locked in. I even had a color-coded itinerary. Tokyo, Kyoto, cherry blossoms, bento making class. I'd been counting down the days for months. 3 weeks before the flight, we were all at Sunday dinner, same as always, when Dana dropped it casually between bites of lasagna. So Ryan and I booked our honeymoon, Maldives, 2 weeks, leaves on the 9th. I nearly choked on my wine. Wait, same dates as my trip? She smiled at me like I'd just solved a riddle. Yeah, I figured you'd be able to watch the kids, right? My fork clinked against the plate. I'm not canceling my trip. Dad cleared his throat. She really needs this, honey. Her marriage is fragile. I looked at them one by one. No one blinked. It wasn't a request. It was a plan. I've had this booked for months, I said. I've already postponed it twice. I'm not doing it again. Dana pouted like a child. I thought you loved my kids. Mom leaned forward. You're the only one we can trust with them. I stared at her. You didn't even ask me. The room went cold. Nobody said a word for a long second. Then Dad muttered something about sacrifices and how family helps family. The next day, it started. First came the texts. Cousins I hadn't talked to in years messaging me about doing what's right. One of them even called me the cool aunt and said I was breaking the kids' hearts. I knew exactly where that came from. Dana had posted some vague Facebook status about being abandoned by her only sister. Then Mom started calling daily, sometimes crying, sometimes offering to cover the cancellation fee. She even dropped off a bag of trip snacks at my apartment like that would make it easier to give up. Then Dana showed up, with the kids. She didn't warn me, just knocked and waited while they stood there in matching pajamas. The youngest, Lily, looked up at me and said, "Don't you want to stay with us? We'll be so good." I shut the door and cried for an hour. I wasn't mad at them. They didn't even know what they were asking. I found out later Dana had already booked non-refundable tickets. She never even considered the chance I might say no. 2 days before my flight, Mom invited me to dinner. Said she wanted to talk, just us. When I showed up, the house was full. Grandma, aunts, Dana's church friend. They all had things to say, all soft voices and fake smiles. Stuff like, "It's just one trip," and "Those kids need you more." I stood up in the middle of it. I couldn't sit still anymore. I told them everything. Every holiday I missed to babysit. Every time I loaned Dana money and never got it back. Every moment I put her first. And then I asked, when has she ever done that for me? The room went quiet. Grandma looked down at her hands. Aunt Sarah nodded slowly. Dana stormed out. Mom and Dad followed. Some people stayed. A couple apologized. Grandma hugged me before I left. Said she was proud. 2 days later, I boarded my flight. No guilt, no shame, just freedom.